Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to go over two trades that we took live both in our Discord community and, of course, on the Twitch, the free Twitch, guys. The free Twitches are just crazy. Like, I think we'd never take losses on it. When we did take a loss on it a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to say 90% of our fucking trades are green. So get on the Twitch. We're always streaming 3 times a week at the very least. And, make sure you're tuning in whenever we're streaming. Real quick, let's go over the trades for today. Again, we took two trades. I'll show you guys both setups and why I took them. First trade was this one right here. This short position with a stop loss about here. Hit two PTs, did not hit our third target. And that was a really pretty nice trade, more about 50%. And then we had this trade here that this one hit all our target, and actually, if you had any runners, it just kept going almost at 1 to 6 risk reward. So we have here, we both took the trades on the SPY. I'm charting on the S&P X 500. Let's quickly go over the monthly chart. That's where I was drawing out my levels for the day that I was eyeing. We also had non-farm payroll. If you're not familiar with non-farm payroll, pretty high impact news with the markets, and it is something that you do need to keep an eye on. So first and foremost, we had this resistance around right here, 454.64, as well as this one right here at 4533. Right, yeah, 45331, roughly around that area on the monthly. Now we zoom in more in, we'll go on the daily real quick, and then we'll kind of analyze this resistance a little more. As you guys can see here, now we can draw it as a little bit of the zone right here to nail it down a little bit better. Pretty much drawing from the resistance right here as the support right on these candles, right? You see, so you come, you hit it, you can draw it out even further. Resistance, boom, boom, boom. And now you draw your level. You can erase the other two. And this is how you go from a monthly to a weekly to a daily level. I'll skip the weekly because I didn't need to. But here's going to daily. And then you come to the 4 hours and you make sure, okay, it's perfectly aligned. You adjust this just a little bit lower. I would have adjusted it. And there you go. Here's my level. Then as been on the hourly, and I'm looking at this level if it's been acting as resistance. So you guys can see tapped once and tapping twice here now. This again got hit during pre-market hours when we had the non-farm payroll, and your resistance. If you go on the hourly, you see that you're like, hey, I'm sitting in resistance. Do I want to long this? Ask yourself, do you want to long this here? If you know your major resistance from a monthly to a daily to a 4 hour level, are you gonna want to long this? If you don't at least break above and hold it, the only way I would want to long this is if you break above, come down, retest it, and then you go, right? So I have my bias for the day. So my bias is potentially look for a short opportunity. Now I'm going to zoom in and go to my 5 hour execution. I know I'm in this range and I see price build up, right? Big non-farm payroll came out pretty good. The market liked it and then it builds up. But what do I always tell you guys the market likes to do? There's two stages of the market: consolidation, expansion, right? Consolidation, expansion, expansion, consolidation. Boom. Those are what you're gonna look for in the market. So now you look for the consolidation, look for the expansion move. That's where you're gonna make money. So now we see this consolidation. A lot of people can say this is a bull flag, whatever it is, right? You're just gonna know that whenever this consolidation happens, it's almost a 50-50, right? And you're gonna look for a move down, either a break and hold above or a break and hold below. Now this is a little bit risky, but overall, being in a major resistance, I did decide to enter the first trade without a retest. As soon as this broke below, this lows right here, I told the chat, I told the stream, taking short position, stop loss above the size, looking to get the gap fill here. Now taking a first profit here in case this little bit of support here would have held, and a second PT right around this level right here because we had a 5-minute fair value gap that needed to be filled. At 5-hour gap, we all should know by now it's an imbalance in the market, which you guys can see that's where the wicks were. Move stop loss to green, stop out, but because it was 0 dates, I stopped out and then got back in. We got back in right around this area right here. What was this area right here? This is the previous consolidation area here. As you can see, you have the 5-minute fair value gap. The reason I went above this is also, so the reason why I didn't just took the short at the 5-minute fair value gap, but I actually looked for a little bit of this consolidation right here at the very top of that was not only because of the SPY, but also the Qs at the same time. If you go look at the Qs, right, I wanted the Qs to hit the halfway point of its own fair value gap since it was weaker. So this more than likely, since the SPY was a little bit stronger, would have filled this fully. So as you guys can see, the fair value gap right here got filled fully, and this one came to the halfway point, which is just right on the line. And you could have shorted both. We decided to go with SPY, which the reason was you could get with both. The reason was since Q's was already weaker, more than likely the second leg down, SPY would have needed to get filled, while Q's had already got filled. So that's the reason why I took it. And then we took a short position. Stop loss, pretty much if you close above the gap, right? You could have also had it above this candle. We talked about both depending on your risk management. Let me unlock this. Why am I locked? Right there. Targeting now the gap fell, which we did get, right? Taking profit right here. We could have bounced and actually hit much lower and kind of still going lower. You broke the previous day, and once you break the previous day, now more than likely you could go all the way down to 4,500 down here, 4,495, roughly around that area, unless you make a higher low here and you finally break above. But both trades worked out. These were now I say if you are a beginner trader, the better trade to take was not the breakdown. Beginner trader and you're trying to focus on just one trade a day, focus on this setup, this break, bounce, pretest, and then sold off, right? You also got, if you look on a as a larger type of trend, you got the lower high here. See, right? Lower high, and then you confirm the lower low, breaking this low right here, right? You got to break a structure, the change of corrector now, and then you take it lower. So I would say as a beginner trader, this is the trade you should be focusing and studying this second trade, apart from the first trade. The first trade is okay to take as well. But I would say if you're a beginner, focus on the second little bit of a setup because you had a lot more confluence and big displacement to the downside here on this first breakdown. So that more than likely the trend is probably going to be down. Your big displacement with a break of this low, making a new low, and the lower high once confirmed, right? Pretty nice short setup. So that's a breakdown for the day. We all traded this live. It was a 140% win on the second trade and about a 50% win on this first trade, both taking on SPY on 0 dates. If you're getting the chat room, guys, get in the chat room. We only had one red trade this whole week. Imagine taking 10 trades and only being wrong once. Trust me, we print money in the chat room. We're getting there. And before we leave, guys, a quick word from our sponsor, platform that we use, that I personally use, Futures Fund and Network. I took this similar trade on NQ Shorts and ES Shorts using their $250,000 account. Now, you don't need $250,000 to trade on a $250,000 account. You can simply use $580 a month. Or if you're not ready for that big of a size, you're a beginner trader, I highly recommend their $50,000 account with only costing you $150 a month. I actually have a 35% off coupon for you guys. So it's not even going to be $150 a month. It'd be like $100 a month to give you access to $50,000 of profit capital, prop firm capital. Guys, if you're trading, right, and you only have a $1,000 account, you're not going to do much. I promise you, go get yourself an account, pass the challenge, get funded, get paid out, and it will reward you a lot more than trading with your own small account. I promise you guys, go get it. The best industry. You can get paid out the same day you pass, same day you get funded, same day you make your first $1,000, you can get paid out. So make sure you go check them out and use the link down below.